Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, mainly things that we personally find intriguing, but also things, that I screwed up the intro. Anyway, the source of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, and the website onthisday.com. For links to the sources, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the box below. Anyway, today I am once again joined by...
Who is Alice?
And I also have
Lunk.
Mr. Lunk. In the audience today we have Spike, Verdil, and Tupapi, who may or may not participate. We shall see. Only time will tell. Anyway...
Oh, dude. I know Spike totally will.
What day is today?
Today is Thursday, a.k.a. also known as Thursday, January 13th, 2022. Although part of me wanted to say 2012 for some stupid reason. Couldn't help myself.
You'd be 10 years in the past.
Yes! In the year 2000!
In the year 2000. Anyway.
There was a scientist named Alice who today,
do you want me to...
didn't like... Go ahead.
Oh, do you want me to start off? No, do you want me to start off? Because,
No, I'll start off.
No, actually, no, because you start, because
Yeah.
apparently you had me for 5:32.
Yeah,
Ooh.
actually, let's have Lunk start off. He hasn't started before.
Yeah, Lump.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I did before, but... Yeah, I did
did.
before the first one with the
I just wasn't
riots.
there.
Yeah. So, in 27 BC, Octavian transferred the state of the free disposal of the Roman Senate and the people. He received Spain, Guam, and Syria, and proved his promise for 10 years. Oh my god, I botched it.
Oh, who cares?
Not as
Xander
bad
botched
as...
the introduction,
It's okay.
so...
I already started the chain of debauchery today, so,
Yeah, well, you know what? I am yet to bot, so don't, put your male botchness up on me, okay, man? I got the Ice Queen makeup on today, alright? Don't
Why do we
fuck
have to
with me.
gender a miscalculation?
Before y'all put me in a rocket and send me into
Dude,
space.
you know what's really funny is, in my opinion, women have a more horrible time with, perception of, depth and, distance than, men do. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna move up to 532 AD. We have the Nika riots broke out during the racing season of the Hippodrome. Hippodrome. Yeah, the Hippodrome. In Constantinople. And as a result of this discontent with the rule of the Emperor of Justin I.
First.
I just botched the entire sentence instead. I was
Did you do that
I'm just gonna
intentionally?
go above and beyond. Yeah, I did.
Well, then that doesn't count as a botching, then. If you did it intentionally...
Okay, no, it doesn't. Okay, so the Nika riots broke out during the racing season of the Hippodrome in Constantinople. As a result, the discontent of the rule of the Emperor Justinian the First, yeah.
Yeah.
So... But no, I just wanted to see how much I could botch up, just kind of cover for you boys.
Hippos in Hippodrome.
There might have been hippos in the Hippodrome,
Do you know what? It was hippos constructed the dome, and it was a drone.
I thought it was hippos from...
It was a drone, so it was not...
a drone.
Arthur?
Hippos from space. Space hippos.
Anyway, moving on up to 1099, Crusaders set fire to Mara in Syria.
Yeah,
Ooh.
where is Mara anyway in Syria? I'm sure a lot of people kind of have a generalized idea where Syria is, but where is Mara in Syria?
That's where Mara Salvatrucha is from.
Mara is, I believe it's Damascus now.
Is it Damascus now?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check. Mara or Maria. Mary.
Maria, Dana, jump, Daddy will get you.
Maria.
Mara, it's Mara.
It's a town.
Oh, I got you, bud. Oh, dude, don't you Sorry, I got him. I got Arthur. Not before he scratched me 3 times in the face with his
put him in his
big,
little
sharp,
cage.
pointy claws. Oh, dude, don't you jump.
Hey, what Crusader set fire though?
Crusader is it's from
I know, but what Crusaders? The Crusaders
let's see here. Crusades. The Crusades. between 1096 and 1291. This was 1099, so I assume this was the 1096.
Oh, dude.
Nope.
That
wrong
damn
one.
bunny slipped my fucking lip.
Dang.
Not horribly, but...
Crusades in the Holy Land. The First Crusade.
Yeah.
This is the First Crusade.
Crusaders. That's what I
The
was
Christian
thinking.
radicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. To search for the Holy Grail.
Bible terrorists. No.
Anyway,
It
moving
was
on
on
up.
Mara Salvatrucha.
Moving on up to 1404, the Act of Multipliers was passed by the English Parliament, forbidding alchemists to use their knowledge to create precious metals. It was feared that if any ancient alchemists should succeed, it would bring ruin upon the state.
They were killing alchemists.
Ruin!
They were not forbidding but they were not killing them. They were forbidding them because if
They're forgetting them from practicing their work.
yeah, because
That's
if you
weird.
can.
Like it's like if they found out about shamanism and shit. You know?
Well, no, the thing is that it was believed that alchemy could lead to transmutating things into gold. So if you can just make gold, you can devalue it really quickly. You know, so
it takes.
And gold was a precious metal.
They did create some type of thing that kind of looked like gold, and it was not. It was pretty cheap to do it. Yeah.
Oh no, that's just like that's just gold spray paint.
Nah, they would actually make this thing that kind of looked like gold, but it was a different metal.
huh? Maybe
Like
rose
they
I
quartz or
wouldn't
actually did it,
doubt
something.
like they did it in the History Channel. Like they showed that shit.
I'll have to look that up.
Modern marvels.
They did it with like
Perhaps.
lead, I think, some shit like that.
Well, we gotta stay on the ball here, guys. We have a 25-page script today. We're already at like 10 minutes. So,
Yeah, I know.
moving on up to
Damn.
1435, Sicut Dudum, forbidding the enslavement of the Guanche natives in Canary Islands, led by the Spanish, was later promulgated by Pope Eugene IV.
Pope Eugene, we gotta love Eugene. Eugene!
Yeah.
Eugene!
Eugene!
Promulgated
Yo,
meaning
Adrian!
to promote or
I'm
make
glad Joe and I are on the same page there.
to promulgate is to promote or make widely known. So the Pope,
Oh, okay.
like,
Propaganda.
yeah, it was all about forbidding enslavement of people. So that's good.
Good.
Anyway,
In 1435.
1547, yes.
Okay, I got. In 1547, Henry Howard Early of Survey was sentenced to death for treason on the grounds of having quartered his arms to make them similar to those of the King Henry VIII of England.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
So what does
Henry, you're
what does it
cut.
mean to quarter arms? To
Is it like drawing and quartering, or
No, it's like
is
you were.
it type of-
I guess you were building them to like look like similar to the king.
or is he
Oh,
trying to
it's-
lessen his army?
No. Quartering is a method of joining several different coats of arms together in one shield by dividing the shield into equal parts and placing different coats of arms in each division. So he essentially made
so-
his family seal look like that of the king's. So that was considered treason because it was too close to the leader of the country.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
it was
that
King
ain't
Henry
right.
VIII.
well. Moving on
Well,
up to
from 1547, we're going to move to 1605. The controversial play Edward Hoe by
Eastwood.
Ben Jonson, George Chaplin, and John Marston is performed, landing two of the authors in prison
What the fuck?
because it was
Damn.
apparently a really controversial play. And this is in
Imagine being.
1547.
Eastward
I
Ho.
thought, it was,
Put that in your
Ooh.
pipe and smoke it, huh?
Can I get
I thought it was
1610?
1605.
1610, Galileo discovers Castile? What?
Galileo
Callisto.
Galilei.
Discovered Callisto.
Callisto.
And the fourth satellite, it's the fourth satellite of Jupiter. Dude, that fool discovered a lot of shit.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
back to back.
Dude, yeah.
Yes, he did.
He discovered most of the moons that orbit the Jupiter.
Back to
Four
back,
of them.
like day after another.
And I think also Saturn, too. He
Didn't we
discovered
just
some of
mention
Saturn's
something the
moons.
day before? Or like 2 days, like for the last 2
So
days?
we keep constantly bringing up Galilei. Like, we also think we covered his death, too, in the last month. Possibly. I could be
Yes,
wrong.
we
but,
did.
You know.
Uh,
Yes, we did.
we have 1630. Chinese Emperor Shang ordered the arrest of military general Yuan Shanghuzen. Or Yuan Huzhen.
It's
Shouzen.
Changzhen, and Yuan Changhuan.
Oh, okay. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
It's
can
16
pronounce things a little better than both you boys, but not that by much. So
Well, at least I
Yeah.
can say Constantinople.
Constantinople. Okay,
Constantinople.
yeah. So whatever. Shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody asked you. I'm just kidding. Look at my beehive sunglasses. All right.
Moving on
I
up
mean
to
business now.
1695, Jonathan Swift ordained an Anglican priest in Ireland. What does that
Hey,
mean
look
to
up Anglican
ordain
priest.
to
Look up Anglican priest. I want to see that.
Anglican priest? What is it? It's
It's just a priest that has wings.
I want to see what it is.
I'm just kidding.
the
no
overwhelming
idea what I'm
majority
talking
of
about.
ordained ministers in the Anglican communion are priests. What is an Anglican ministry? Okay.
Oh, you have to be a priest for 5 years. It's like being a Cub Scout, but you
Okay.
have to do it for X amount of years.
Now, what does it mean to be ordained?
Ordained means you can actually practice the word of God to
Okay.
people.
And you can marry people.
Okay, so Jonathan.
Yeah, and you can actually you can be ordained and just marry, because one of my friends was, because like I had a friend, he's still like, we have a nickname for each other. I'm his wifey, he's my hubby. We want to like go in for the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's quickest marriage. But now that I found out like you have to spend money into just to get that title, I was like, oh, so I have to spend $1,000
Get
and then I have to
a
spend
marriage
like
license
a
and
couple
have that shit quick.
$1,000 in Vegas just to do this? I don't know, man.
What do you do with the license?
But I
to
think
do
it's
it?
37 minutes. I think it's like 36 minutes for the
No.
world's quickest marriage.
You just need someone with a license to license and marry. Where do you like quick?
Yeah, but we also have someone right there to annul it, just
That's fine.
ready there.
You-
And I need a notarizer, everything, and I need to have somebody to just like, I need to have like a fucking delivery man, snail mail that shit.
Get a notary that can marry people, and then get that person to do it quick.
Moving on up to
let's not
17.
hear those. Gotta move up.
Moving on up to 1733, James Oglethorpe and about 130 English colonists arrived at Charleston, South Carolina. Huh, that's cool. Then we have 1780.
This is like in the beginnings of the Revolutionary, right? Like
no.
it takes decades to like, but people are having their discontent. But
Oh yeah.
I could be wrong.
Moving on up to 1785, John Walter published the first issue of the Times of London.
Ooh.
The Times.
I wonder how the Times are doing now. Of London. Or the Times of New York, for that matter.
Yeah.
The Times.
Their bro ass cunt.
Not even worth
Wow.
our time looking up. Look. In
Whoa.
I'm sorry. In 1794, Congress changes U.S. flag from 15 stars and 15 stripes instead of the original 13. But I do believe they do revise it back to the original 13 colonies with the 50 states as the stars. So,
Let me see.
but they
here.
did, I guess, at a juncture, we did 15 stars and 15 stripes.
Yeah, this flag has. Pardon me. This flag has 15 stripes. Appears. It has 8 red and 7 white, so that's 15. Well, that's why 15 though? Like, would that be because of?
I think like 2 colonies added on, but they wanted to
Those
go
are
from the
13
13
colonies, and they
original
added
colonies.
Oh, okay.
I guess these 2 were a little too late from the 1776 thing.
Yeah. Moving on up to
So-
well, we moved down to 1793 somehow.
They added Vermont
Jesus.
and Kentucky.
Oh,
They added
God.
Vermont.
Nicholas Jean Hugon de Baseville, representative of revolutionary France, was lynched by a mob in Rome. Whoopsies.
Oh God. Getting lynched.
And they say
Sucks, man.
they say only one race gets lynched.
The human race, yeah.
Back then,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, actually, you're right. The human race is correct. You know, that's the funny thing is that we should actually talk about that in the Jabberwocky sometime. Is
We
like
should.
the human race is actually one race.
I've been putting
Like these are just ethnicities.
I've been putting notes in the Jabberwocky and such. But listen,
Good.
we're at 14 minutes and we're not even at the
All right.
1800s yet, so we gotta start packing our britches here. Miss Alice, what happened in 1797?
Oh yeah. We have in 1797 the French Revolutionary War, a naval battle between the French ship of the line and 2 British frigates. Brajaz. I'm just gonna do that. Chaquois.
They're British.
Man, them Sequoias are at it again.
Off the coast of Brittany, ended in the French vessel running around, resulting over 900 deaths. So they ran around doing nothing, and 900 people died.
They ran
in
aground.
a battle.
They ran aground.
Oh, ran aground. See, you know what? See, I'm Ron Burgundy here.
No,
The French
you're not.
Revolutionary War, a naval battle. Yep, yeah.
1812.
Ron
British troops captured Fort Peter
No.
in St. Marius, Georgia, and the only battle of the war to take place in the state. Next.
Yeah, the Battle of the War of 1812. Yeah.
1812. What a good year.
Sorry, Spike. If you want, you can read that again if you don't mind.
1812 and do 1815 too.
1815, War of 1812. British troops captured Fort Peter in St. Mary's, Georgia. The only battle of the war to take place in the state.
Interesting.
1822. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll do these two. I'll do those two. In 1822, the design of the Greek flag was adopted by the First National Assembly in Epidaurus.
Ah. Oh, this one's for you too.
Yeah.
Go.
Also in 1830, the Great Fire of New Orleans brought to be set by rebel slaves. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Burn the bitch down.
Yeah, but there was do you remember? Like, here, I'm just gonna sidetrack. Like, there's a pop culture thing here. You remember in the movie Interview with a Vampire?
Never saw it.
Yeah.
Okay. If anyone has, you know how they're fleeing New Orleans? That big fire. They're actually doing a little like homage to the Great New Orleans fire. With that.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And they're basically trying to say that the vampires started the fire because there's no actual. There's a lot of rumors as to who started that fire. So
1833.
yeah.
Moving on up to 1833, United States President Andrew Jackson wrote to Vice President Martin Van Buren expressing his opposition to South Carolina's defiance of federal authority in the nullification crisis.
Oh damn.
Alex, you're next.
No, I know I am. I thought you said Alex, but I was like, I'm Alice. Thank you very much. In 1840, the steamship Lexington burnt and sunk 4 miles off the coast of Long Island with the loss of 139 lives. Also in 1842, 2 years later, we have Dr. William Bryden, an assistant surgeon in the British East India Company during the first Anglo-Afghan War, became famous for being the sole survivor of an army of 4,500 men and 12,000 camp followers when he reached the safety of a garrison in Jalalabad, Afghanistan. So, of like 16,500 people, he was the only one to survive, like reportedly. Yeah. But it can be. Some people have disputed and said that might not be true. So. But he's the only known survivor of 16,500 men in the Anglo-Afghan War back then.
That must be one hell of a shell shock right there. Okay.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking hardcore.
1847, the Treaty of Cahuenga ended up in the Mexican-American War in California.
Cahuenga.
Yeah, ended the Mexican-American War in California. California, hey.
California, yeah.
California does do good things.
Sometimes.
Hey, 1869's all you, Sohan.
1865, Second Battle of Fort Fisher, a force of 58 Union ships and over 8,000 troops converged on Fort Fisher in North Carolina during the Civil War.
Ooh.
Yep, this is part of the Civil War, yeah. That's a
lot. They got
lot.
more troops coming in from somewhere else? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta think about the naval attacks.
People are calling backup? What the hell?
Oh, hell yeah.
Some of the states that seceded from the Union, the only way to best attack them because of the forts was through the water.
It's still pretty weird. Like, pilgrims come, and then they get into it, and then, like...
We should really look into, like...
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was, like, one side, the other side... No, wait.
The North had a naval blockade around the entire South. So, like, they could come in from the north, they could come in from the water, they could do a pincher move Don't forget,
Yeah, basically they
Yeah.
blitzkrieged them.
more or less with what you can do with muskets, blitzkrieg. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically blitzkrieged the South. The South had no chance.
Yeah.
They were kind of in an area where they
If they
had the
had no
spirit.
chance, then what happened?
Moving on up.
And a lot of people.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Mr.
moving
Mr.
on up.
Sohan, 1869.
No, we're in
1869.
65.
I already did that.
Oh, no, you're at 69. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, you're right.
1869, the Colored National Labor Union's first Black Labor Convention in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
That is interesting. I'll do this one too.
Okay.
Yeah, you better.
Also in 1873, the PBS Pinchback relinquished office of Louisiana governor.
PBS
PBS.
Pinchback.
What is a pinchback?
That's his name.
What is a pinchback?
That's his name.
Oh, pinchback.
Yeah,
That's
this
his
guy.
name?
Oh, so he got like he was supposed to be stepped down.
No, he relinquished his office.
He quit.
Yeah.
Oh, he relinquished
leaves
that. Okay.
on his
Yeah.
own.
If you look at my stream, I have a picture of him up right here. His name was
Okay.
PBS Pinchback.
At least it's not Cornwall with the googly eyes.
Oh man. Anyway, moving on up to 1874, battle between jobless and police in New York City left hundreds injured. I hate it when people do that.
Jesus.
When hundreds, left hundreds injured. Yeah.
Well, they should just write it as like the lettering instead of like the numbering.
Well, at first I thought it meant like cool 100s, like the cigarettes or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But also in 1874,
Marble 100.
U.S. troops landed in Honolulu to protect the king, which at the time...
King who?
The King
Oh
from
God,
Honolulu.
yeah, we were looking this up
man.
earlier, and like the name is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There
But
was
not
there was
ridiculous in a
king
bad way. It's just
in
like
Hawaii?
Well, no, if we let Sohan say it, we'll know.
There was a king
It's
in Hawaii.
King
I can't read it.
Kame.
Kame! Yeah! Dude, it sounds like a power move from Goku. I couldn't help it. It's my fault. I
It
don't
is.
mean to be an asshole, but like when
Speaking
I hear
of,
words like and something pops in my head, it's there.
King
Can't
Oh,
help it.
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha, yes. Miss
Oh yeah,
Alice.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, I know. 1883, we have a fire in Circus Peroni in Brdyszow, Poland. It kills 430 people. A circus fire?
Yeah.
A fire in Circus Peroni. So
Circus.
430 people died in Poland from
Mm.
a circus fire or a fire circus.
Fire circus.
430
However you
people
wanna
in a
look at it.
circus? That's a lot.
A fire circus?
Yeah, 430
Yeah.
people. That's a lot. Well, yeah,
That is a lot
that's
of
a lot of people.
Yeah.
For a circus?
Well, maybe this is how it started. We have some idiot standing on a horse juggling torches. That's not safe.
Oh,
So-
oops. And they used parchment paper or like, tissue paper for their like walls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
You know what's
moving
crazy?
on
They
up.
don't even have animals at a circus no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on up to the Upper East Side.
1888, the National Geographic Society was founded in Washington, D.C.
Whoop whoop.
Look at that. And then jumping on up to 1893, the Independent Labour Party of the United Kingdom held its first meeting. I'm going to take this.
In
Yeah, go ahead.
1893? No, if you want to take 1893, go ahead.
Okay. Also in 1893, U.S. Marines landed in Honolulu, Hawaii, from the USS Boston to prevent the Queen from abrogating the Bayonet Constitution, which I believe was
What-
imposed.
She was
They had the leader of Hawaii. I'm not sure if it was King Kamehameha. No, it was King David Kalakua. But he didn't really know English that well, so they had him sign something that he didn't really know, and then like this is us, like the way we
just
treated and
overtook
conquered
Hawaii.
Hawaii was just outrageous. So
Yeah, that's I can get why Samoans are not so happy with us.
yeah, then
The way
again,
we did it.
we have The Rock. He's a Samoan, isn't he?
The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson.
He is. He's half Samoan.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so
And
Roman
then
Reigns and the Uso brothers, like a lot of Samoans. You have Samoa Joe.
Samoan immigrants that were like tossed in Compton and became like Compton Crips.
Dang.
That happened
365
too,
days later,
Right,
who wants to take 1894?
I'll do that one.
All right.
In 1894,
What? Oh, I'll take
revolution in
it.
Sicily.
1894
crushed by
revolution in
government
Sicily
troops.
crushed by.
No.
Oh shoot.
Sohan's already taken it.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
get
my
you
bad.
can have 1895, sir.
You take the next one. You have the next one.
Mr. Sohan.
Okay. In 1895, the first Italo-Ethiopian War. The war opened in battle. The Battle of Kotit occurred. It was an Italian victory. Marvelous. Magnificent.
Magnifico. Mwah, mwah. You're supposed to do 1894 though.
Spike Verde can
The
have.
revolution in Sicily crushed by the government of revolutionary
Oh, shit.
troops. Oh no, a revolution in Sicily was crushed by the government.
Yeah.
He just he
1895. 1895.
It's okay.
The Wild's ideal husband premieres in London. Why is it in quotation?
Because that's the.
It's the name of the play.
Yeah, you put
Oh,
book names
okay.
and stuff in the quotations.
The ideal husband. But I also thought it was funny because of the quotations, so like the ideal husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so
The ideal husband will cook and clean.
I'm gonna say let's do popcorn turns. So
Yeah, popcorn turn.
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so me, Alice, Lunk, and then Spike. Cool. All right.
Alright,
Yes.
so now,
Moving
so you're
on.
starting 1898?
I'm doing 1898. Emile Zola published his open letter, Jacques, accusing the French government of framing Alfred Dreyfus for sabotage during the Dreyfus affair. He was wrongfully accused of treason and he almost got executed. So
I thought well, no, he wasn't? Okay.
I don't know anymore. 1900, Miss Alice?
No, I'm 1908 because I have my name next to two of them right there.
Okay.
Unless you want me to do three in a
Okay,
row.
Well,
I'll do 1900.
okay.
In 1900, to combat Czech nationalism, Emperor of France Joseph decreed Germany will be the language of the Austro-Hungarian armed force.
Yep. So a way to force language and such. If you want to fight for us, you must
Oh.
speak our language, which makes sense, you know.
Germany.
Well, if you
died.
come to the United States, you should probably learn our language first. I mean, it is the hardest language.
you
because
go to
of all of
any
our
country-
stupid little whatever.
You go to any country.
It's hard no matter what.
Like if you go to any
Everything,
country,
yeah.
you got to learn the language, even if you're visiting. Like what I don't understand is how people can come over to this country, the United States, and then not learn things and expect us to understand them. But if the shoe was on the other foot, if I went to, China or New Zealand, or whatever, like, like they expect me to speak their native language. So What?
Yo, what is the language
so,
in China?
so you gotta
There's like
you gotta learn
57.
Spanish.
Mandarin.
I know.
Mostly
Huh?
Mandarin.
I know.
Oh,
Huh?
In China.
Oh, mostly Mandarin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
El
In
lenguaje de los
1908
Estados Unidos es mexicano, güey, no, es español.
well, we have enough Latino here where I should probably learn Spanish, but I failed it. So I was like, since I failed it, why should I try? I failed the
Oh,
first
don't
time.
worry
Probably gonna
about
fail
it.
the second time.
so
Some
let's
people do it, they just don't bother speaking in their language.
Mexicans
No,
feel
okay.
Spanish
Anyway. All right, so we're gonna go to 1908 here. We have the Rhodes Opera House fire in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. It killed 171 people. I've actually been to Boyertown. It's not the biggest town, and for 171 people to die in a fire like that is kind of like, whoa.
Well, it was in an opera house, so maybe they're having some kind of big show or something.
Yeah, but
Well,
how
also
can you not
during the
escape an
same
opera
day
house?
and the same day and same year as there's this firehouse in the Rhodes Opera House. We have the Stanley Cup, Montreal Arena, Westmount, Quebec, with the Montreal Wanderers rout Ottawa Victorias, 13-1 for a 2-0 sweep challenge of the Challenge Series.
That's a lot of wins.
Blam!
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
someone got blam. Put that
Next.
in your pipe and smoke
Oh,
it.
1908, Henry Furman becomes the first person to fly and observe circuit for more than 1 kilometer, winning the Grand Prix d'Avion.
Yeah,
Aviation.
it's a French
Yeah.
Grand Prix of like the beginning flying, but this is all in the same day. So
Yeah.
you have like a bunch of sport history and aviation history all in the
Oh,
same
it's
day.
Grand Prix d'Aviation.
Same year.
Yeah.
D'Aviation.
Deviation.
Them Chickawas.
Nah, that's it. That's what the hell? That's Italian.
Oh,
No, these are Yeah.
Well, no, because you have the Grand Prix in Monaco, and they speak predominantly French or Portuguese.
It's Italian.
Oh, never
Ferrari.
mind. Maybe
Yo,
I'm so
Ferrari,
wrong.
Pirelli.
I'm an idiot. I don't.
Moving
Oh,
on
no,
up to 1910, the first public radio broadcast took place. A live performance of the operas Cavalleria Rusticana and Pagliacci were sent out over the airwaves from the Metropolitan Opera House in New York.
That's pretty fucking
Nice.
cool. I mean, opera's really beautiful. It's also soothing.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I'll-
1912. Look at that.
1912. I'll take 1912. Lunk 1913, then Alice,
Yeah.
and then Spike takes 1917. So 1912, we have negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is also negative 40 degrees Celsius in Oakland, Maryland, state record. Coldest day in.
Oh, it's
Oakland.
40 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. I think it's 40 degrees Celsius. bro.
After 0 degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit become pretty much equal.
Oh yeah, no way.
They start
And
They
balancing
got
out.
40.
It's zero, yeah,
40
it's
though?
zero.
What the
No,
fuck,
well,
dude?
yeah.
I know, right?
Dude, you've never experienced. No, you've
Nah,
never
that's
experienced
like,
that
that's
before.
like, what the hell?
I
Like,
know it makes no sense. Like you'd think a measurement wouldn't be fluid like that, but whatever.
in New York, it only gets like 0, -2, maybe -3, but -40? What the fuck?
Dude, I've experienced that. That happens like every few years for us.
-40?
With a yeah, in Minnesota.
-40.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It happens more times than you would actually think. Like Minnesota's very landlocked. We have the Great Lakes and a lot of like lakes, but they're not huge lakes that affect us. But we're
how do you survive
landlocked, so
-40, dude?
like
Damn.
when the wind goes across like the land and with that ice and like the icy lakes, it just adds and adds.
Like the
and
ice
adds
will
and
cut
adds to it.
you. The fucking
Dude,
you'll get frostbite
you ever
real
had-
quick. You're not covered.
Have you ever had windburn from the cold?
No.
I got for the first
No.
time last year.
I
I
only
got
did
it in my
this
inner.
twice in my
Dude,
life.
I got windburn for the first time on my inner thighs, and that, my friend, it felt like a sunburn on crack.
Like you can't even pee. Your pee will freeze.
No, I'm not trying to pee.
No, I'm saying like you
Anyway,
can't even
trying
pee.
to
in-
be-
let's
no, I
move
mean, in
on
this
up
weather.
to
There's,
1913.
Yeah, let's
crazy.
just move on up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1913, Delta Sigma Terra
Theta.
Theta, the world's largest black women's sorority, was founded at Harvard University in Washington, D.C.
Wow, Harvard.
Whoop whoop.
Impressive.
Go for
Whoa.
Harvard.
That is,
Pretty cool though.
That's Howard, not Harvard.
Oh, Howard. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
Yeah.
two V's. It's a double V, not one V. I misread that. Okay. Well, never mind. But still impressive. You know,
Since
I haven't founded a
Yeah.
sorority,
That's-
so
that's
Well,
the
we're at
largest black
19
sorority.
We're gonna go to 1915 now, same year. Like, so we have the first year that Delta Theta was founded,
you mean
which is a
day?
huge fleet for what
You mean day?
day? Yeah, sure, why not? Same day in history. All right. 1915, the 6.7 megawatt Avanzo. I'm just gonna say megawatt. It was like NW Avanzo earthquake, or yeah, magnitude. Why is it MW? It should be M. Like, you know what I mean.
The
But
earthquake.
there's the Avanzo earthquake shook the province of L'Aquila in Italy with a maximum Mercalli intensity of 11,
Yes.
causing the deaths of between 29,000.9, yeah, well, 29,978 and 32,610 people.
That's a really specific number.
So,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I don't think that's
dude,
a
like,
big number.
seriously.
Imagine that's like an earthquake in Cali, bro. Like
oh man, dude.
dude, well, no, this kind of reminds me of the kind of numbers that we saw. Like, remember, was it yesterday in his, like, we're
Like-
talking about, well, no, on Boxing Day, the Thailand thing. Did we
Yeah.
even talk about that one?
We did. We
On
didn't
Boxing
talk.
Day?
We didn't talk
No,
about that.
no, we didn't do a show on Boxing Day because we had the week off. That's right,
No, but
because
we
it was the day
we,
after Christmas.
we did talk about that. We had a similar story. Then you brought it up, and then I looked
Yeah.
at it. It was like also 40,000
Yeah.
dead or something like that, or
No, well, no, it was
120,000.
no, it was like 200. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the Haiti earthquake had
Yeah.
about like 220,000 or 30,000 between to
multiple
300.
hundreds of thousands.
And
yeah.
they said about 200 and it was ridiculous, but like the aftermath of those things, it's crazy how Mother Earth can fuck with you.
Yeah, and speaking of how Mother Earth can fuck with people, what happened in 1917?
Oh, in 1917, a train at Syria station in Romania catches fire and explodes. Between 800 and 1,000 people die, making it the third worst railway incident in history, or accident in history, I should say.
Jeez.
I mean, incident, accident, it's all the same. But yeah, between 800 and 1,000 people died.
Yeah. I mean, they went out with a bang at least, But
Oh yeah.
Mr. Spike.
Where we at?
1917.
We're at 1917, the
Ammunition ship
Buddy.
explodes at Economia port near Archangel, Russia. Kills many injuries.
Archangel.
Yeah.
Archangel, Russia. Kills many kills and many and injures hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even give a specific number, but
Well, let me see if I can look this up here real quick. Ship explosion.
That should
The
happen
Great
over there in
Halifax explosion.
recently, right? Over there in I forgot what
Halifax.
country. It was like a Middle Eastern country.
is this actually where Halifax,
yeah,
because Halifax
Yeah,
is in
port blew up.
Alaska.
That was the ammunition thing.
Nova Scotia. Canada. Killed over 1,800 people and injured another 9,000, including blinding 200, and destroyed almost the
You said,
entire...
no, you're saying this is in Canada, but we're talking Russia. Archangel.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
ARCH.
Economia.
Yeah. ARCHANGEL, comma,
okay, here we
Russia.
go.
It's not the
Economia
same thing.
is now a wasteland. Let's see here. I'm not getting... Oh, wow. There's a lot of
There's a
documentation
huge
here.
document. Oh, jeez.
Damn, we got a grip to go, man. Fuck. I just saw this shit.
Jeez. Well, I'm going to save this to anybody who actually cares to look at this later on. But anyway, gonna move on up to as soon as I figure out where my tabs are. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, 1920. Here, I'll take this real quickly.
All right.
1920, New York Times editorial falsely reports rockets can never fly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a point that my mom brought up many years ago, back when she was alive, was like she was saying, like, never put anything outside of, like, possibility. Like, she remembered, well, she didn't remember, but her mom remembered this story, and in telling her about this, and then she remembered in her lifetime that, like, they said that we never break the sound barrier, never, never, never. Well, we did it. We never get to space. Well, we did it. We never landed on the moon. Well, we did it. Like they're always saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you know
we're
what?
never going to do
We're never
this."
gonna make the speed of light. One day we are, but like so far, science says if we do, we're gonna flatten ourselves to a point where we pulverize our own organs. So.
Well, they also said that if we initiated a nuclear, explosion, it would eat up the entire universe.
Well, they also said that a black hole would we opened up the super collider too.
We're advancing. The only way we fuck up is we fuck up ourselves. Like
Yeah.
either AI takes over
Oh,
or like
no, we already are.
or we come out with a disease that kills all of us.
I think we're at
already
that stage
coming
right
out
now,
with that
actually.
every day.
But anyway,
Those are our three main things,
But also in 1920, the Reichstag bloodbath of January 13, 1920, the bloodiest demonstration in German history.
Bloodless.
The Reichstag bloodbath. So let's see.
Oh, never mind. Bloodbath. Never mind. No,
Yeah.
we have a couple bloodless ones. I'm sorry. My bad.
1923. Who wants that one?
Me, I'll
Give
take
it
that one.
to
Or
Soldier,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
I'll take the next one.
Yeah.
In 1923, taking advantage of the chaotic condition of Germany, Hitler stages a demonstration of 5,000 stormtroopers and denounces the November crime.
What was the November?
What was
crime?
the November crime?
Let's see here. November
Personal
crime.
drinks, no backsies.
November crime, Germany. It's a movie. Let's see. Advocates of the myth denounced the German government leaders who had signed the armistice on 11th. Oh, November Crime was like how that's what they believe. How Germany was treated after World War One. They believe that they were treated unfairly and all that stuff. So that was
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they looked at their history, but then maybe again we were being taught something that German's bad, but now Germans are good.
Well,
but
their current government's a little crazy right
now.
now.
You know what? There's good people on all sides. There's good French. There's bad French. There's good French. There's good English. There's bad English. There's good Jews. There's bad Jews. There's good Muslims. Bad Muslims, etc., etc., etc.
Moving on up to 1927.
I mean, there's good Americans, bad Americans.
Mr. Spike.
En 1927, los Estados Unidos tuvo una batalla con México sobre los intereses en aceite.
English, please.
Oh, in 1927, the U.S. and Mexico had a battle over oil interests.
That was beautiful, by the way.
I loved how he did it in Spanish, though, too.
That was wonderful. I love that. It felt like a rose bloomed, in my ears. It was amazing.
It was. There is something about the Spanish language. It's just like, wow.
Yes.
The right from Latin language.
What's really funny is I can understand I can understand half of like the words that people are saying when they're talking in line to me in Spanish when I'm ringing, but I can't put together all the sentences, and I'm just like, I want to say like, I actually can pick up when. I can actually pick up sometimes when they're talking shit about me, and I go no bueno to them, and they're like, they look at me, and they get red in the face.
Moving on up to 1929, Humanist Society established in Hollywood, California. This sounds like something liberal, but let me look at this.
I know, I thought you'd love that one.
There's a bunch of poor people in Hollywood, bro.
Humanist Society, Hollywood. The American Humanist Association advocates progressive values and equality for humanists, atheists, freethinkers, and non-religious across the country. So it is a liberal thing.
Hey, you know what's funny? Yo, if you go to Hollywood, that's where rich people and poor people live together.
Yeah, well, also Venice Beach now, apparently, too.
Oh, they already kicked out all the homeless.
Oh, man. We have, moving on up to 1934, the Candidate of Science degree is established in the USSR. Oh, degree.
Woohoo!
So that's cool. A new degree of education.
I thought you said Canada, but I know you said candidate. But
Candidate.
Did you say Canada?
Those Russian Canadians, man.
Who
wants 1935?
Well,
1935.
We have Chupapi. Take 1935.
Oh, I'm in the kitchen right now doing some stuff on.
Someone's in the kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen. I know.
Ooh, let me do it. I know what that word means.
Yeah, go ahead.
A plebiscite in Saarland showed that 90.3% of those voting wished to join the Nazi army.
Nazi Germany.
A plebiscite, I imagine it's like a poor person, because I know pleb is poor, broke, like,
Actually, no, plebiscite, I looked this up. It is a direct vote of all the members of an elaborate or an important public question, such as a change in the Constitution. So it stated that overwhelming majority agreed to join Nazi Germany in Saarland.
Damn.
Which
also,
is,
a plebiscite like a political, person?
Yeah. It's a plebiscite.
The funny thing is that this is happening again, but just in wolves and sheep's clothing now.
Yeah. The Saarland looks to be somewhere in Germany. Let me hear maps.
Saarland, where COVID starts.
It's next to Luxembourg. Yeah, it is in Germany. Okay, so it's down here. Oh yeah, so they vote. This little area voted to join Nazi Germany back there. Anyway, moving on up. The Church of England in 1938 accepted the theory of evolution. Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Very
literally.
Very unevolutionary, or very creationism of them.
On the Dead Sea, but yeah,
Too bad Hawk isn't here to hear that.
Dude, apparently, yep. I've got another death here for you guys, boys and girls.
Yep.
Children of all ages. Because I am Lady Death in a way. 1939. the Black Friday. Is this where you think Black Friday shopping came from?
No.
But Black Friday bushfires burned. The Black Friday bushfires burned 20,000 square kilometers of land in Australia, claimed the lives of 71 people as well.
Oh man.
So Australia.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 1942, Henry Ford patented a soybean, which is a plastic auto bodies for the car, which is a 30% lighter than a regular car.
So the outside body of the car is not just mixed with metal. It's been blended or something, or maybe it was like the fiberglass, the pre-fiberglassing.
The soybean car was actually a plastic-bodied car unveiled by Henry Ford on August 13th, 1941. So, like I think they found some way to. I think they found some way to plasticify soybeans, make them into plastic.
Oh boy!
Did I get the next one?
Yes.
1942, World War II. First use of an aircraft ejectocito was used by a German test pilot in Heinkel. Heinkel 280 jet fighter.
I like what you said, ejectocito.
Oh yeah, the ejection seat.
But no, ejectocito. I like that better. But yeah, here's a picture of that aircraft.
That shit was made by Mexico or what?
I don't know. Maybe
made by the Germans.
No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Germans, Austrians, somebody who's European.
I'm going to take the rest of 1942 if that's all right.
That's fine.
Okay.
We had the Allied Conference on War Trials. What is that? Allied Conference on War Trials.
People who should be tried.
But that's 1942. This is before the end of the war. I actually.
Yeah, I know. They're already convening. I would imagine.
Okay. Then we have also 1942. German U-boats began harassing shipping on U.S. East Coast. Also, yep, them Germans and their U-boats. And then
them Germans.
Then we had also Inter-Allied War Trial Conference publishes St. James Declaration. So I think that might be the same trials we were just talking about. St. James Declaration
Could be.
Was the first joint statement of goals and principles by the Allied powers during the Second World War. The declaration was issued after the first Inter-Allied meeting at St. James, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's what that is. 1943, who wants that one?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Adolf Hitler declares total war against the Allies. So basically, Adolf Hitler just declares war on the world.
I mean, he probably already has by then, but he just made it official.
Or no, yeah, he made it official that day. Today
We
in
have
history.
two more articles here for you.
Oh, we have Soviet offensive at Don under General Golikov. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it, but I would imagine if it's anything like I heard. I know that munitions were really low, and so you'd have one person holding a clip and another holding a gun with one clip, and then when that person got shot down, you'd pick up their gun and have another clip.
Oh yeah.
And that was an enemy at the gates. I mean, I can only say how much that goes, and because it's a Hollywood video, it's movie, it's probably totally catered down. But what the Russians had to do to get through war during that time was phenomenal.
Yeah, the Russians, they did a lot of crazy stuff, but also
they lost more lives than the Jews.
Oh yeah. Well, they caused their own loss of life too. They did their own little self-holocaust.
Because of Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin, yeah, they had their own Holocaust as well. And
but also,
I think Stalin was trying to hide that, so.
But also in 1943, U.S. infantry captured Galloping Horse Ridge in Guadalcanal. So, in the Pacific Theater, yeah. 1945, Mr. Lunk.
In 1945, Sergei Prokofiev, Fifth Symphony premieres in the USSR State Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Prokofiev in the Great Hall of Moscow Conservatory.
Music.
There's nothing better than music. Music is what cures a soul.
And I think that's still during the Second World War. So they were having.
Yep, 1945.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was January 1945, so yeah, it was still in the war. So.
Mr. Spike.
You got 1948.
Mr. Spike.
1948. First country music TV show, Midwestern Hayride, premieres on WLWT in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Nice.
Who doesn't love a good old hoedown in country? Boop 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 boop.
Midwestern.
All right. 1950 here, we've got British submarine HMS Truculent collided. Yeah, Truculent. It collided with an oil tanker in the Thames estuary, killing 64 men.
Dang.
The Thames, right?
The Thames, the Thames, the Thames, the Times, the Tombs, like
the Thames. Yeah, the Thames estuary. It killed 60. Yeah, it killed 64 men though.
Yeah.
So a submarine collided with a oil tanker.
Yeah, I have a picture up right here. Looks pretty banged up.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, submarines back in those days looked more like U-boats, even the ones that the Allies had. Like, you know...
Not the kind I use at work, though.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up
U-boats.
to 1950, Finland formed diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China, the CCP. Finland!
Oh!
Finland.
Where's our Finnish female friend? The Triple F.
Oh yeah, where is Eve when we can get her? Yeah, she lives in Finland.
Yeah.
Finnish land.
Finnish land.
Yeah, Finnish.
1951, Mr. Lunk.
In 1951, German General Christian Hansen freed early from Dutch prison.
Ah. So, must have been from World War II.
I think he was an SS officer or something like that. I think is what it said on my source.
That sounds like a SS.
Well, you know, they all sound like SS are from Germany during that time, and you're like, oh, there's SS, but no, I believe though he was a higher up in the.
He was not in the SS, but he was in the Wehrmacht of Nazi Germany.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew he was in something.
Who's the Wehrmacht? They were the Unified Armed Forces of Nazi Germany from 1935 to 45. It was the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. So that's the basic military and stuff, not the special services, not the SS. The SS actually started off as a police force, and then they formed into a military branch. Kind of crazy, huh? Actually, speaking of that, did you hear?
Hold on, I thought the Gestapo were the police force.
That was after the formation of the SS and turning, because like the SS, I think they started to become a military branch, so then they brought the Gestapo in to take over from where they were leaving off. Oh,
okay.
But the SS, they were special services. They were like this, you know. But anyway, moving on up to 1953, an article appeared in Pravda accusing some of the most prestigious and prominent doctors, mostly Jews, in the Soviet Union of taking part on a vast plot to poison members of the top Soviet political and military leadership. Dang.
Quite intriguing here. Indubitably.
In 1953 as well, we have Marshal Joseph Tito chosen as the president of Yugoslavia.
Blam!
Oh, we've lost somebody.
No longer. Oh, it's okay. They'll come back. It was Spiker.
Yeah.
He'll probably come right back.
Who wants the last 1953?
I'll take the last 1953.
All right.
It's sports. Why not? We got the third NBA All-Star Game, Allen County Coliseum, Fort Wayne, Indiana. West beats East, 79-75. MVP of that was George McCann, Minneapolis Lakers.
Oh, Lakers!
Which is you know what?
Well,
before you guys had your in LA, you can thank Minnesota for pruning them for you. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Here's the thing, all right. Much like
you guys didn't feel like keeping them.
Well,
no, actually, I guess apparently the owner wanted to make some money and he sold them for money.
But see, here's the thing. You may have invented the Lakers, all right, but we perfected them. We put in Kareem
Go
Abdul-Jabbar,
fuck yourselves.
Shaquille
You wouldn't have the
O'Neal,
Lakers
Kobe
if we didn't
Bryant,
fucking give you them,
you know?
okay?
Oh,
All right,
Chamberlain.
all the players may not be there anymore, but you know what? Their spirits live on, and you
Yeah.
better fucking respect where you fucking loins come from.
You guys wanted to.
Damn.
All you NBA players know that you're fucking leading awesome team with your little fucking, which is sad. It kind of makes sense now that the Lakers got woke, being that, you know, Minneapolis and St. Paul decided like, oh, you need to have a fucking a passport to come in here with a COVID vaccine to dine in. Yeah, it makes sense now because isn't LeBron on the Lakers now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
unfortunately.
can keep that fucking team. Keep them.
No, we don't
Fuck
want him
yeah.
anymore. No. If you
Oh
want him
no,
back,
no, we
you
don't.
want
We
him
don't.
back,
Dude,
you
no,
want
no,
him
no,
back.
no, we don't. We already have the Timberwolves. All right, thank you very much.
This is
Yeah,
sounding.
they said
Bye-bye.
no taking back.
Moving on up to 1954, military rule in Egypt. 318 Muslim Brotherhood members were arrested.
Yeah, the Muslim Brotherhood.
We have
Okay,
You'll love that.
1958, Mr. Lunk.
1958, 9,000 scientists of 43 nations petitioned the UN for a nuclear test ban.
It's a lot of scientists.
Womp womp.
365
Only
days
9,000?
later. Yeah,
That's
9,000
actually
scientists.
pretty low.
Well,
It's kind of low. If you look in the spectrum of how many scientists, like, how many of those were men and how many... Oh, I'm going to go the gender here.
oh God,
How
here we
many
go.
are women?
Well, I'm gonna go.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna jump
I'm
ahead to
just kidding.
1959. French President Charles de
fucking with you,
Gaulle
dude.
granted amnesty to 130 Algerians sentenced to death. Whoa.
That
Man,
is fucking cool.
Charles
Saving
de
the
Gaulle.
lives of people.
Charles de Gaulle is just a bamf, dude. He's the goat.
It's a
No,
best
he is a
of
goat. Like,
all.
we've talked about Charles de Gaulle before.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he actually has a pretty good record.
Charles de Gaulle, amazing
You
guy.
know?
Yeah. Also, in 1959,
Oh, yeah.
King Baudouin promises Belgian Congo independence.
Well, I get 1962 here.
Yes.
All right. actually get these next two 19s. I get both 1962s.
Well, then
okay.
take him away.
Just because of the name.
Let's do
I
the
will.
twist.
1960. Twist. Okay, you remember the twist dance, guys? Well,
doing
alright,
it
here
right
we
now.
go. Hey, you know, this is why I wore my sunglasses today, for the twist, okay? Chubby Checker's song, The Twist, credited with starting the twist dance craze, goes to number one into the charts 2 years after its first reaching number one spot. So, not only it hit number one once, but it hit number one again.
Dang. What a twist.
This is how I ward off guys who buy me drinks and want to go take a dance with me, and I start doing the twist.
See, joke's
This is
on
how
you.
but I get a free drink for me.
No,
Fuck
see,
you.
See, here's the thing. Now I know what to do for my entertainment. All I gotta do is buy you a drink, and then you try to get rid of me by twisting, but I'm just gonna twist with you, and I'm watching you, you know, like...
Oh, dude, well then I'll just
slowly-
out-twist you until you have to go sit down.
No. I'll keep getting you
Right.
drinks. I'll just keep getting you drinks.
Oh, you're just gonna give me drinks while I'm doing the twist, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, fine. Challenge accepted, dude.
yeah.
Alright, okay, so we also have in 1962, the same day as the Chubby Checker song, The Twist. Doing the twist. Alright, we have the Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain scores 73 points in Warriors, which was a 135 to 117 win over Chicago Packers. At the time, most points scored in NBA regulation game and remain tied for third highest total.
Dang. Impressive.
Yeah, I barely do NBA stuff, but here you go. I did it.
Yep. Moving on up to
Except for,
1963,
63.
Mr. Lunk.
Coup
In
d'etat.
1963, the coup d'etat in Congo resulted in the assassination of President Salvinius Olympio.
Dude, the coup d'etat, it sounds like you're saying, yeah, it's like a style of dance, but totally is not.
The coup de tango.
It's a style of dance
It-
between two armies, maybe.
Dang. Well,
Yeah.
also in 1963, the 13th NFL Pro Bowl, Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, Eastern Conference beats Western Conference, 30-20. MVPs: Jim Brown, Cleveland Browns, RB, Eugene Lipscomb, Pittsburgh Steelers, Detroit. I believe. Wait,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Detroit. No, DT?
It's the 13th NFL Pro Bowl. Well, we're in the era of the NFL playoffs, so I figured it was only...
Yeah.
Right. Well, Sohan and I, we both collaborated on that one.
Nice.
But yeah. We have in 1964, though, an anti-Muslim riot broke out in Calcutta. In response to the anti-Hindu riots in East Pakistan, about 100 people were perished.
Dang.
100 people died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riots all the time, constantly, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The more you look at history, the more you realize just...
Oh, yeah. And also, in 1964, people will know him now as Pope John Paul II. He died before we had, didn't we have, 2 popes that, resigned and they had to, replace him?
After John Paul, we had Benedict, and then he resigned, and then we have the current guy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, alright. So, we have John Paul II becomes Archbishop of Krakow.
Krakow. Also known as Karol Wojtyla.
Yeah, he has a woman's name. Imagine that.
Moving on up, also in 1964 in Manchester, New Hampshire, a 14-year-old Pamela Mason was murdered. Edward Coolidge was tried and convicted of the crime, but the conviction was set aside by the landmark Fourth Amendment case Coolidge versus New Hampshire. That sounds awful. It sounds like he got away with murder.
Yep. It does.
Oh, we have one here for Sohan. Well, 2 here.
Yes. Yep, 2 here. In 1966, the first black selected for presidential cabinet. Lyndon B. Johnson selects Robert C. Weaver.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Also, in 1966, the U.S. performed nuclear tests at Nevada test sites. So, and my mom actually...
What's funny is you actually look... If you actually, go into Google Maps and you look at the test sites, where they did underground...
Mm-hmm, you can see the craters.
After, instead of them doing... actually, they are craters, but the way they look, it's an optical illusion. It looks like they're mounds.
Yeah, well, my mom grew up in Vegas in that time, and she actually saw some of those tests going off. So she's seen, with her naked eyes, mushroom clouds. A sight that hopefully nobody else...
I saw the falling rain coming down on me.
Anyway, hopefully it's a sight that nobody else will have to bear witness to in any way. Be it testing or especially in hate. But moving on up to the third article, Mr. Sohan, yes again.
Yeah, also in 1966, Robert C. Weaver became the first black cabinet member when he was appointed United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
I think that was the same guy.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
It is the same guy.
Okay. So I forgot to bunch those 2 together, but anyway, no.
Sohan, take the 1967, Sohan. I'll take 1968.
Oh, wait, what about me?
Well, okay, Xander, take it.
Go ahead.
In 1967, a bloodless coup in Togo led by Lieutenant Colonel Etienne Iyadima and Kleber Dajo. No, bloodless coup.
No blood.
Yeah, no, apparently nobody died, but it was a coup. I was sorry to say.
Miss Alice.
Yeah, let me just finish my punching.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to maintain a sugar balance here right now.
All right. Well, I'll read this one since it's 1968
as well. No.
Oh, you want them both?
No, I'm ready. Oh. No. I'll take the first 1968.
Okay.
Because it pertains to my home state.
Well, no, I was going to take the second one. I was going to say that one first.
Actually,
you know what?
Chewing. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it on the. We'll end with mine. Okay, go ahead.
In 1968, Johnny Cash performed live at Folsom State Prison.
Blam! I hear the train a-coming. It's coming around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since. I don't know
when.
In Folsom Prison. What? Okay. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's a good song. But also, the same day as he's performing in Folsom Prison, 1968, Minnesota North Stars NHL player Bill Masterson suffers a head injury during a game and dies 2 days later. So he's gonna be in our deaths in 2 days.
Oh.
Becoming the first player in NHL history to die as a result of playing the game.
Yeah, and now aren't they finding like an epidemic?
Well, look what happened to Chris Benoit, dude.
Well, aren't they discovering like an epidemic of like brain injuries and stuff with all these people? Like, all these people retiring. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard hits. Like, there's no way to like fight them off. Like, if you want these hard acting, like what Family Guy and like The Simpsons and every other cartoon has displayed, that one day it's just gonna be touch football, tap, you're out.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna like it.
Well,
like there are some good hits. Like these guys take a lot of hits and they get brain hits.
Well, I mean, like,
but
think about it. You have
like
250, 300-pound men of just like nothing but muscle, just hitting you like a fucking freight train.
And those helmets, I mean, they're actually pretty good shock resisting, but like you also got to take in consideration that like they're only so much. Those hits, like how many of these players were like working with those helmets? And I'm not trying to advocate for better helmets. I'm like, you know what? You want a brain injury? That's your choice.
There's nothing you can do against inertia. You can have all the paddings in the world. Your brain is inside your head. An object in motion will stay in motion.
It's gonna shake and slosh around.
Yeah, no, the basic law of physics: an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an otherwise equal and opposite force. So you can have all the padding, but your insides are still moving around. Until you can lock your brain down, you're not going to stop that. And I don't know who's going to. Yeah.
And why would you? Because, what kind of repercussions would happen if you did?
Because, now, you're forcing it to stay still while it wants to move, so you could probably just lodge it.
It needs to move for a reason.
But anyway, moving on up to 1970, Colonel Odimgewu Ojikuwu fled to Biafra into exile, leaving his deputy Philip Effiong to surrender to the Nigerian army, unofficially ending the Nigerian Civil War.
This is my big FU to you for that death you thought I couldn't pronounce, but I did fairly well.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think I did well, too.
Yeah, you did, actually. Yeah. So, haha. Well played, sir.
Boom.
Alright, boom.
1972, who wants that?
The Prime Minister or Bernice?
You can take one, I'll take the other, and then Sohan, and then you.
I'll take Bernice. Bernice Guerra wins the anti-discrimination case against the National Baseball Congress, initiated March 15th, 1971, to be allowed to be umpire.
Oh.
Would you look that up? Is that the first female umpire?
Let me see here. First female umpire.
Her name is Bernice. Then we're
Bernice Shiner Gira. Yeah, first female umpire.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, she basically petitioned until she finally was a umpire. Hell fucking yeah, dude. Good for her, man.
Yeah. We also have in 1972 as well, Prime Minister Kofi Abrifa Busia and President Edward Akufo-Addo of Ghana were ousted in a bloodless military coup by Colonel Ignatius Kutu Ashempong. So another bloodless coup. So many coups.
Yep.
Mr. Lunk, 1973. Hey,
Lunk. Yeah, 73 is you, baby.
Oh, really? Because I thought you would pick it because it's a figure skating. Well, skating.
No.
Nope. It's okay.
Okay, in 1973, last Daniel F. Skin, Gates world record 1,000 meters.
In 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 6 seconds, or 6 seconds, 0.6? Oh, yeah.
Yep, that is quick.
Something.
So I'm assuming it had, they're either doing it in a rink, like I was saying earlier, or they did it, consecutively going straight. I would hope they were going straight, but, I mean... one can only say.
Anyway, 365 days later, Miss Alice.
Oh yeah, in 1974, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got, is that Super Bowl 8?
Yeah.
We have at the Rice Stadium in Houston, Texas, Miami Dolphin beats Minnesota Vikings 24-7. The MVP of the year was Larry Kansonka of Miami. Thank you very much, Minnesota Vikings, for always being one thing. The one thing you can always look to hope for is that you never fail to diss a fucking point. Was this not the last time you ever went to the fucking Super Bowl?
You know, I think you've
Also.
dropped more F-bombs in this show than I've ever heard you consecutively every time before.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Vikings, but, you know, the Vikings, like, you know what, you should just change the little Vikings name to the limp and floppy, like a fish. They never fail to disappoint. Like, I would love to see the day that the Vikings win a fucking Super Bowl, because it would be fucking fantastic if they did.
Before or after your alarm clock goes off?
Yeah.
Moving on up to 1975, Henry Kissinger hinted at military action against oil countries in case of, quote, actual strangulation of the industrialized world, end quote, in the wake of oil shock. So this was during
Sounds
the
like
oil
Jeff
crisis.
Bezos just not on. It sounds like Jeff Bezos, but like, let me just take over everything else but oil.
More or less. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
what is Kissinger but the Bezos of yesteryear? So.
Well, you know.
Moving
Also,
on
a
up.
year later, to 1976, right? We
Yep.
have future undisputed world middleweight boxing champion Marvin Hagler suffers his first career loss in a controversial 10-round majority decision to Bobby Watts at the Philadelphia Spectrum. And there's a lot of like speculation as to like a lot of people said like it should have been tied, or like he had it. Like it's a crazy fucking match. Like you'll have to watch it to like understand it, but like it's a crazy match.
Sounds crazy. On that
Yeah.
same day in
It's
that
an
same
actual match I remember.
On that same day in that same year, 1976, American inventor Ray Kurzweil and the National Federation of the Blind unveiled the Kurzweil reading machine, the first omni-font optical character recognition system. Well, that's cool.
Oh damn. Yeah,
Let me look that up real quick.
for the blind, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
trying to figure out
It's
how
actually
this
a
would
really
work.
cool thing.
The reading machine.
So it's a way for like a reading machine, so if someone
Oh, it
through
was
like the newspaper,
it was
I believe.
it was able to read ordinary books, magazines, and other printed documents out loud, so that a blind person could read anything.
Oh,
So-
so it wasn't in Braille.
No,
okay.
no, it was the first-
For a second, I thought it was all Braille.
No, it was the
Which
first.
would have been really fucking cool.
It was the first audiobook. Like,
Damn.
yeah, 1976. Wow, the first Kindle.
Yep. The first Kindle.
Don't call it a Kindle. Fuck Amazon. Come on, dude. Don't give Amazon credit there.
Yeah, that's right. I
Give
forgot they were
credit what
Amazon.
credit's due, like this guy.
Moving on up to 1978, U.S. FDA, the United States Food and Drug Administration, required all blood donation to be labeled as paid or volunteer donors. Probably some more legal rigmarole for crap mumbo jumbo, you know.
Yeah, you don't get paid for donating blood anymore. You only get paid for giving plasma. I used to do plasma,
Yeah.
but now I have like a forever scar that looks because I was donating plasma like twice a week. So
Welcome
for,
back,
like,
Mr. Spiker.
2 years.
Do you want to take 1980?
1980, yeah.
Yeah, the first one, the only one.
1980.
The only one.
Wow.
Head of narcotic brigade arrested for drug smuggling scheme in Belgium.
Dang.
Ironic.
What bastards. He was doing drugs.
No, he was smuggling
We
drugs.
also have same day, a year later, we Barbara Sontag, Colo Crochet. Okay, Barbara
Barbara Streisand.
Sontag. Yeah,
Barbara.
I'm sorry. No, Barbara Sontag of Colorado crochets a record of 147 stitches a minute for over a half an hour.
Now,
So every minute she was doing 147 crochet stitches.
now, if you take into effect
Now-
that a minute is 60 seconds, that's over 2 stitches a second. 1 second.
Yeah,
2
she
stitches.
was so, and she
2 stitches.
and crocheting is with one needle, okay?
Yeah.
Crocheting is with one needle, like knitting is with two. I knit, but
Yeah.
she crochets. So, like, I would love to see what the knitting record is. for like
You know what? Let's see
against
here.
that, dude. Because I actually hear this fun story is like most crocheters won't knit because they think knitting is too hard, and most knitters just don't crochet because they think it's too lazy.
Miriam Teagles, the world's fastest knitter, can stitch 118 stitches in 1 minute.
Yeah, well, this woman did it for what was it? Let me see here. Let's go back here. Oh, come on.
No,
dude,
I'm
I
talking
just have
about
to lo-
knitting. I'm talking about knitting.
for knitting. Yeah,
No, I just read it to you. The record for knitting
Right back.
is 118 stitches in 1 minute.
118. Okay, let me see what she
So
said.
that's-
147.
Well, that's almost
147 for.
that's almost 2 a second as well.
Yeah, so well, it's because you got 2 needles you have to work through. 118 a minute? Oh my fucking god.
Anyway, we have
No,
another one.
I better get to getting.
Getting back on track here. Also in 1981. I know this is yours, but we got to get a move on here. Islanders Mike
Yeah, I know.
Bossy's 15th career hat trick, 4 goals.
Yep, he got 4 goals, but like hat trick is 3, but
Oh.
like he got a 4th goal after that too. So
365 days
anyway,
later, in 1982, Hank Aaron and Frank Robinson elected to Hall of Fame. What Hall
Yeah.
of Fame? Baseball, basketball.
Baseball.
baseball
Ah.
Baseball Hall of Fame. Hank Aaron is one of the most infamous, best players of all time, in my opinion. He was a great player. The
Interesting.
Great Bambino. If the Great Bambino would probably praise him too, even though the Great Bambino was a fucking piece of crap sometimes. But he was also an alcoholic. You know, who
Well,
knows?
he was also like in an era where being a racist womanizer was all right. So
Okay, so this one I wanted to look up. This is in 1984 because they're moving from 82 Karen and Robinson to TV anchor Christine Kraft wins $325,000 in her case against KMBC TV. Like, now what was the case about? Like, was it like libel? Was it sexual harassment? Was it discrimination?
let's see here. What was the case about? It loses all on appeal. It's not telling me. Let me look at this when you're here. She sued her former employers, a Kansas City television station, blah 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 blah. She had asked for $3.5 million in a suit, charging that officials had committed fraud by telling her she was being hired for her journalistic abilities and then demoting her after viewers criticized her appearance. Okay, so it was she believed that it was discrimination against her looks because they fired her.
Oh, so
They hired her,
okay.
and she was under the impression that she was being hired for her journalistic abilities, but then she was demoted because viewers were calling in complaining about her appearance. So, well, that's fucked up.
And so they fired her because of what people like. They didn't like the way she looked.
Well, no, they didn't fire her. She
Did-
sued them because the demotion, and then they fired her because she sued them. And then it just exploded into a whole like what the fuckery, thing.
I see.
Anyway, you appear to have all of 1985. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a couple of these. We got to get this going here.
Yeah, okay.
In 1985, playing on his 436th career game, Edmonton center Wayne Gretzky scored his 400th career NHL goal and added two assists in a 5-4 Oilers win over the Sabres in Buffalo. Also,
With the Oilers over the Sabres in Buffalo.
Sabres. Ah.
Yeah.
We also have Black
In
Hawk.
1985, we have Blackhawk Doug Wilson failed on his 12th penalty shot against the Islanders. In 1985, we have a passenger express train that plunged into a ravine in Ethiopia, killing 438 in the worst railroad disaster in Africa.
Oof. Jeez.
Also in 1985, we have playing in his 436th career game, Edmonton center Wayne Gretzky scores his 400th career goal. That's the same one.
Yeah, I don't know why this is This is double.
It
That's weird.
happens. It happens.
Anyway,
But let's give this one to Sohan.
yeah, I'm
South
saying
Yemen.
he can
Yeah.
have them both. 1986. Up to you.
Okay, in 1986, South Yemen President Al Nasser Mohammed bodyguard shoots opponent. Wow.
No, I think that's his political opponents.
Boing.
Yeah, he shot his opponents. Like he had his guard like shoot him. So it's
Yeah.
like nothing to fight against. You
Yeah.
elect me.
Al-
I could be wrong though.
Also in 1986, a month-long violent struggle begins in Aden, South Yemen between supporters of Al Nasser Mohammed and Abdul Fattah Ismail, resulting in thousands of casualties. Damn.
Casualties
Yeah.
means injuries and possibly deaths. So,
Death
After,
and injuries.
after that, oops, bang, had a whole heated.
yeah.
Damn.
Moving on up to 1987, 7 top New York City mafia bosses were sentenced to 100 years in prison each. Oof.
They hit them with the RICO Act.
The Rico
Yeah,
Act.
thank you. Yeah, the RICO Act. This from you know, good old Mayor Giuliani.
What's it? Rico?
America's mayor. Yeah, the RICO Act is where you can charge
Oh.
many
A whole
affiliates
organization.
together. A whole organization, like a crime syndicate, as a
Ah.
company.
The Rico.
Also-
That's what I
with
was
the
looking for.
RICO-
Yeah, remember I was talking about this up? The RICO Act? Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
RICO Act.
yeah, the Rico
Also
Act.
with the RICO Act, you could also compensate places too.
Now, can we do that to our own House of Representatives?
I would assume so,
worse.
but RICO stands for Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations. So RICO.
Yes, we can totally do it to them. Oh no.
Yes. We
Yes,
gotta pull the RICO Act, guys. Now we know how to.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, if you want to take them out legally.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna post
RICO
this
Act
in
'em, baby.
links. Check out the Underbar, guys. There's gonna be a link down there for you to go check this out. We now know what to
Alright,
do.
so
Six Semper Tyrannis.
all right, so in 1987, also West German police arrest Muhammad Ali Hamade, suspect in the 1985 hijacking.
Ah. Moving on up to 1988, Lee Teng-hui became the first native Taiwanese president of the Republic of China, Taiwan, the actual
damn.
China, not the CCP, the actual good Chinas,
The real
So-
China.
the real China. Yeah. Put that in their pipe and smoke it, Xi Jinping, you Winnie the Pooh ass
Dude,
motherfucker.
that's my thing, but I gotta find my pipe.
Ah. We also have, also in 1988, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 5-3 public school officials have broad powers to censor school newspapers, plays, and other expressive activities. That is evil.
This is
Hey,
where
yeah,
this is a big pivotal moment where shit goes hits
Yeah.
a fan.
See, this is where censorship
You know what?
starts. Censorship starts. You teach them in schools about it, get them used to being shut up, and then when they're adults, you can shut them up even more. This is how we're in the world
Yeah,
today.
well, no, it's not even that. It's like, you know what, they can deem what is appropriate and what's not. So instead of like, you know what, it's either, in my opinion, it should be all or nothing. Like, you can have people who can protest against others, and yeah, it might cause discord as long as it doesn't cause violence. But as long as you teach children how to fucking communicate.
Well, moving on up to
You know.
1989, British comedy sketch show series A Bit of Fry and Laurie, starring Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, debuted on BBC One.
If anyone who doesn't know who Hugh Laurie is, he was the guy that played House. Fry, he was one of the guys that was in the movie V for Vendetta, but he's also done many other things. But yeah, there's Hugh Laurie. Just show Fry. Everybody should know his face. Like
Yeah.
Fry is also a really notarized actor.
And
He's hilarious and also a very good actor.
I
But
was
I actually, last thing I remembered him in really well was in V for Vendetta.
Huh.
But he was a side actor.
let's give this next one to Sohen, and this is not intentional, but I was
Yeah,
already planning
no,
on giving this to him.
Yeah, in 1990, Douglas Wilder became the first elected black governor as he took office in as governor of Virginia in Richmond.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's actually really good, though. Like, it doesn't matter. Anyone could have taken that. 1991, we have U.S. Soviet Union troops attack Lithuanian independence supporters in Vilnius, murdering 14 people and wounding around 1,000 others.
Soviets!
Oh,
Soviet!
those Russians.
So then, 1982 is yours.
Yes, it is. We can trade though, still.
No,
Okay.
you know, yeah, I know, but no, I'll take the next one.
Okay. All right then. In 1992, American serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer pleads guilty but insane.
Good old
Of
insanity
course he
plea.
did.
You get out of jail free card.
Good old Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
No, he's not a good man. Like, he
Yeah,
got was
Jeffrey
due to
Dahmer.
him.
Like, isn't
He
there
was into 5. Yeah.
like a
Jeffrey
place
Dahmer.
in Wisconsin or somewhere, not Wisconsin, but like Montana, where you
No.
can murder somebody legally because there's somewhere like jurisdiction.
I
something?
don't know. You're gonna have to look that one up, and I don't even bring that up because someone's gonna be like, you know what? Where can I murder someone and get away with it?
Well, I mean,
Jeffrey
Let's
Dahmer
go to this
was
count. And all of a sudden, you just like totally like made Montana like a killing spot, dude. Way to go!
well, no, like
Congratulations.
it has something to do with like
Congratulations.
it has something to do with the jurisdiction in the Yellowstone National Park. There's this one area that's covered by people who
Well,
don't
you know,
really go
you
there.
look it up, and we can
So-
talk about it on the Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
How about that? So, because we're gonna move from that to 1992 in the same year, as serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer pleads guilty but insane. We have Japan apologizes for forcing Korean women into sexual slavery during World War II.
Ooh,
Ooh.
poor
So-
Korea.
Yeah. 1993, we also have a space shuttle Endeavour, the space shuttle Endeavour, headed for space for the third time as STS-54, launched from Kennedy Space Center.
I love it how you got that one
Also-
for me and you took it.
Yep, I know, I did.
Also in
Couple from
1993,
me.
the Chemical Weapons Convention, aka CWC, was signed. As well as during Operation Southern Watch, the United States Air Force, United States Royal Navy, Royal Air Force, and French Air Force jets attacked AAA and SAM sites in southern Iraq.
You know what happened a year later, in 1994, buddy?
What?
Tanya Harding's bodyguard, Sean, Eric, and Eckhart, and Derek Brian Smith arrested and charged with conspiracy in attack of figure skater Nancy Kerrigan.
Good, yeah, we talked about that
19.
a couple days ago, yeah.
They unanimously ratified the agreement to end the NHL. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm sorry.
In
I read
1995,
that.
26 NHL teams unanimously ratified agreement to end NHL strike. So,
I was like, how does figure skating and hockey have anything to do with Nancy
Yeah,
Kerrigan? And
you're trying to go
Tanya
too
Harding.
fast now. Nancy Kerrigan. Oh yeah.
I was. Well, no, it doing.
Moving on
I
up
was
to
Ron Burgundy.
1997, radical guerrillas held 72 hostages and shot at police outside the Japanese embassy in Lima, Peru.
How about Sohan, 1998?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. In 1998, Alfredo Ormondo sets himself on fire in St. Peter's Square, protesting against homophobia.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, man.
That's a little epic.
You know, I want to
It's
make a
one favorite
flaming
queen.
gay joke, but I think that's not really appropriate right now.
No, not for that.
No.
Like, that's actually, like,
Yeah, that's a dill don't. Moving on up to
yeah, there are dill do's and dill don'ts, and you're absolutely right.
yeah.
yourself on
Moving
a
on up to
dildo.
1999, basketball superstar Michael Jordan announced his second
Jordan!
retirement just prior to start of lockout-shortened 1988 to 99 NBA season, and he returned to 2001 with Washington. So he's retired twice, and he came back on again. Like,
Well, don't forget,
Yeah.
didn't he play for the Black Sox, too, as a baseball player?
yeah.
Yes, he did. He was a horrible baseball player.
Yeah, so he
His baseball
retired
career-
for yeah, he didn't do very well.
Well, I mean, like, if anybody saw the original Space Jam, the original one, not the new piece of crap, but like the original one, you know, that's probably why he went back to basketball.
I actually spared my brain from being from losing brain cells, so I never watched it.
Moving on up to the year 2000, Mr. Lunk, do you want to take that one?
Yes, Microsoft chairman Bill Gates stepped aside as chief executive and promotes company president Steve Ballmer to the position.
Mm.
What year?
No, 2000.
In 2000. Bill Gates, eat a
Okay,
dick.
yeah, okay, yeah, Bill Gates.
I
All right.
agree.
Yeah, fuck Bill Gates. You know, like, he hasn't gone to college. He's a college dropout. He's no doctorate, but yet people are taking advice from him for medical advice. What the fuck?
Because we celebrity
Anyways.
and deify celebrities, you know? Like,
Yeah, I don't, but, you know, apparently everybody else does. We...
You're breaking up.
2001, we have...
There you
Oh,
are.
I'm breaking up.
No, you're
You're
back.
breaking up. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, in 2001, we have an earthquake measuring a magnitude of 7.6 in El Salvador, and it killed more than 850 or 840 people, killing
Dang.
about, roughly, or around 840.
That's still a lot of people, roughly, or around.
Yeah.
7.6
It's
is
a
no
day
joke
of,
either.
dude, it's a day of death.
No. Moving on up to
Well, we
2002, in a controversial move, Marty Schottenheimer was fired as head coach of the Washington Redskins
Schuttenheimer.
after just one season.
Yeah.
Marty Schottenheimer, yeah.
Yeah, fired as a head coach of Washington Redskins just after one. Yeah, dude, I've seen that happen before in NFL history.
Moving on up to
We have
2004.
in 2004, we have Harold Shipman, a British GP who is believed to have killed more than 200 of his own patients in Manchester, is found hanged in his own prison cell.
He got, well, he didn't get Epstein, but, yeah, GP.
Well, he may have, but no, yeah, he was a serial killer.
A GP is a general practitioner, I believe.
Yeah, general practitioner, yeah.
But good, he took, the trash took itself out. That's good.
Well, you know, there's nothing wrong.
I'm gonna, Sohan, you take this one, I'll get 2007.
Okay, also in 2004, Toronto's Tom Fitzgerald and Gary Roberts becomes first teammates in NHL history to play their 1,000th NHL game on the same night as the Maple Leafs, beating the visiting Calgary Flames 4-1.
Dang.
Whoa, good. Yeah, fuck the fucking Calgary Flames. I hate like there are two teams in Canada I hate, and Calgary Flames is one of them.
Here, let me light your cigarette for you. Dude, you should have. It's not helping.
I know. I'm doing it on purpose because you can't light it through the camera.
No, you should have totally lit it. You should have totally lit it under the camera and then pulled back with it lit.
No, I know I should have, but I couldn't actually find my. That's the.
Moving on up to 2007, 2/3 of the Venus's southern hemisphere suddenly brightened as something triggered aerosols to form at a furious rate. So that's interesting.
Something exploded on Venus.
Maybe a volcano or something, or a UFO?
That could be, or maybe. I mean, Venus is still technically in the threshold. It just gets really hot.
Maybe it's those space Nazis. You know?
Yeah. Those damn
silly
tootin' space Nazis.
Yeah.
The space Nazis.
Alright, so, we're at 2009. Sohan, take this one, the global shipping experience.
In 2009, the global shipping experienced a drop in trade as exports from South Korea dropping a annualized 30%, with Taiwan and Japan experiencing the 42% and 27% drop respectively.
Dang. That's not good.
Xander, take 2012.
2012, Italian cruise liner Costa Concordia ran aground at Isola di Giglio, Italy, causing 32 deaths.
Is this the one where the fucking the
Captain
ship
was
captain?
drunk and-
He actually
yeah.
he left the fucking ship before all
Yeah,
the passengers were off.
Yeah,
That was
The
it,
Concordia. This is the Concordia.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he was drunk and he ran aground and then he just like ran away like a bitch.
Well, no, it's like, oh, let's get closer so they can see a cooler thing. And no, I know there's actually a thing, like, they actually have things, like, oh, let's get a little closer. He was being careless, but he could have been... Oh, my alarm went off for my pork chops.
Go check on your pork chops. We'll wrap the show up and get you, we'll have it ready for you by deaths. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still be able to hear you.
Okay.
Let me just go check on my port chef.
Also, this was another, some more of the Concordia. It sunk off the coast of Italy due to Captain Francisco Schettino's negligence and irresponsibility. In 2015, TV comedy Schitt's Creek, created by and starring Eugene Levy and Dan Levy, premiered on CBC in Canada.
Dude, that's a fucking...
Anyway,
people from, like, Best in Show and stuff.
we can't hear you that well far away. You're breaking in and out.
Okay.
Mr. Lunk, 2016.
Yeah, record Powerball lottery held in America. $1.6 billion, and you had 3 winning tickets.
$1.6 billion for a lottery.
That is a lot.
$1.6 billion. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, even splitting
that
it
shit
3
was-
ways, you're set for life.
Yo, that shit was all over. Oh, well, after taxes.
Well, no, like that's after taxes, and there's also if you want to get it annually or get your dump.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 2016, cricket all-rounder Shakib Al Hassan scored Bangladesh's top test score ever, 217, during the first test versus New Zealand in Wellington.
Ooh.
2018.
2018's up mine. Yes. 2018, an emergency early morning alert of an impending missile strike in Hawaii caused a widespread panic in the state, eventually to be revoked after 38 minutes.
Yeah, I believe. Like on the sources said it was an accidental going off, but I think we were under fire.
I've heard too many reports that it's not.
Yeah, but also remember, there's always like the possibility of it. If it really was a mistake.
She's lump.
So,
She's lump. Alright. I don't have the, hang on, I have to grab it.
moving on up to, I'll let you take 2019, I'll take 2020. Oh, man.
Oh, me or Alice?
2019 and 2020.
2019, Houston Guard.
Hang on a second. Houston guard James Harden scores 38 points in Rockets. It's 116 to 108 loss to Orlando. 16th straight game with 30-plus points, matching Kobe Bryant's NBA record streak.
Whoa.
Also goes number 1 for 17 from three-point arc, tying record for most misses.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a basketball NBA thing.
Matching
so.
Kobe Bryant is no.
Yeah,
easy
I remember
feat,
watching my ex-boyfriend crying. He came into work crying. He's like, Kobe Bryant's dead. I'm like, yeah, I saw him on TV.
Yeah. I couldn't believe
From
it.
a helicopter crash.
I straight up couldn't believe it.
No,
Which,
so.
by the way, within
With
the
his daughter.
next couple weeks, we're going to be reporting on that.
Yeah, I know.
Moving on up to 2020, the oldest material existing on Earth, about 7.5 billion years old, was revealed by scientists studying the Murchison meteorite that fell to Earth in Australia in the 1960s. The oldest thing on Earth.
Damn.
Next to my parents.
Yeah. Okay, this is me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love you, Dad.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
In 2020, College Football National Championship Superdome, New Orleans. Number 1, LSU beats number 3, Clemson, 42-15. Yeah, fuck you, Clemson.
Damn.
LSU, Tiger Pride.
Well, I get to end this one here. All right, then.
Yeah, no.
Outgoing in 2021, the outgoing U.S.
Hold on. In 2020, the Thai Ministry of Public Health confirmed the first case of Kung Flu outside China. So, yeah, it's starting. It's starting.
Sure they did.
It's all started.
Sure they did.
Yo, remember the 2 weeks to flatten the curve? What a funny joke.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
Oh, don't get me
Because
started.
in 2021 today,
Last year.
this day in history on January 12th, 2022, outgoing U.S. President Donald Trump was impeached for a second time on a charge of incitement of insurrection following the storming of the Capitol 1 week prior.
He did not do crap. If
Which
anything-
which actually the Senate struck down because it was malarkey.
Yeah.
Because actually what's funny is that they were breaking the barriers as he was actually speaking. and he was saying, "Let's march peacefully." If anyone actually watches the entire speech, they will actually find some really interesting tidbits in there.
And this is the
show
problem.
that he was not inciting it.
This is the problem with our country. People are just getting their news from one or maybe two sources. You got to broaden your horizon. 3 is a very bare minimum.
Yeah.
3 is a very bare minimum, and you don't want them from one side. You want them from all sides. Believe it or not, I do watch some of the leftist media just to see what they're saying, because if you don't know what your enemy's saying, how do you know anything? So, but anyway,
exactly.
Moving on up to births, we have Ganguwu of Han, 5 BC, Chinese emperor. Lucius Aelius, 101, Roman adopted son of Hadrian. Infante John, 1400, Constable of Portugal. Henry Booth, 1st Earl of Warrington, 1651, English soldier and politician, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Man, some words in English I can't pronounce. Moving on up to
these things happen.
Salmon P. Chasen, 1808, U.S. jurist and politician, 6th Chief of Justice of the United States. Max Nunn, what a name, Max Nunn. Like, pick a side. 1861.
And he's a neurologist.
German neurologist and academic. Alfred Fuller, 1885, Canadian-U.S. businessman, founded the Fuller Brush Company. Clark Ashton Smith, 1893, U.S. poet, sculptor, painter, and author. A.B. Guthrie Jr., 1901, a U.S. novelist, screenwriter, and historian. I put this one in just for you, Miss Alice. Mike Czesław Ziewiecki, 1901, a Polish priest and historian.
Mieczysław Zawinski.
Monica Lewinsky?
Mieczysław Zawinski.
We have Carl Menninger in 1902, an Australian-U.S. mathematician from the Vienna Circle.
Zawinski. No, that's Zawinski.
Zawinski?
Mieczysław Zawinski.
You know what? Hold on a second.
The Oxander said Mieczysław Zaczynski.
Zakwinski.
Hold on a second.
The Oxander said Mieczysław Zaczynski.
Mieczysław Zaczynski.
Jasinski, yeah, there we go. See, I was close.
Anyway, moving on up to Michael Bond, 1926, English soldier and author who created Paddington Bear.
Michael Bond.
Michael Bond.
I'm just kidding.
That's the wrong Bond.
That don't go.
That's the wrong Bond. Then we have Sidney Brenner, 1927, an African biologist and academic. I have here in parentheses South. Now, what I'm going to do from now on is whenever it says South African, I'm going to put them on the board. So,
the South.
So to all the people who like appointed South African as a racial thing to the white people in Africa, I hope you're happy, because now those people are going to get more representation just as a stick in your eye. Because, we're all the same people. We're all on this earth together. Stop segregating us with your South African.
We're all the same race. Technically, we're all the same.
Anyway, we have Charles Nelson Riley in 1931, a U.S. actor, comedian, director, game show panelist, and television personality. Stephen Glover, 1952, English journalist, co-founder of The Independent.
Oh, so not the Lethal Weapon, Stephen Glover.
No.
That's Danny Glover.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's Danny Glover.
We have Trevor Rabin, 1954, another African-American singer-songwriter, guitarist, and producer. Andrew Yang, 1975, U.S. entrepreneur, founder of Venture of America, 2020 Democratic presidential candidate. I heard somebody mention this
Mr.
name.
Yang?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the guy is like...
What?
Like that guy. No, I remember he ran for president 2016 and 2020, like, against... Yeah. No, it was 2020 against, like, Pocahontas and all of them.
Yeah,
dude, that was hilarious.
Although, here's a name you'll remember. Orlando Bloom, 1977, an English actor.
Oh.
And then...
from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings, he was Legolas.
Oh, yeah.
He's Legolas.
Oh, was he the guy who broke his toe?
No.
That's the guy that did the movie Torque. My stepbrother went to high school with the guy that played Aragon.
No. Oh, that was Aragon broke his toe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When he kicked the helmet.
Yeah. Last but not least, Nate Silver in 1978, a U.S. journalist and statistician, like statistics guy, like
a statistician.
Developed PECODA, which PECODA, I looked it up. It is an acronym for Player Empirical Comparison and Optimization Test Algorithm. Is a sabermetric system for forecasting Major League Baseball player performance. Oh, look at that.
Oh, damn. Well, from there, we're going to go to Death Star, my good buddy. Trade. In 86 BC, we have Gaius Marius, the Roman general and politician. Held office of consul 7 times. He died at 70 years old. From 86 BC, we're going to 703 AD to Empress Hito of Japan. Jito, or with a J. So Jito with like a little dash across it.
Well, that would be the pronunciation.
She was born in but she was born in 645, is what it tells me here. In 888 AD, we have Charles III, the Fat, Charles Le Gros, Carrollton Emperor, King of West Francia, and Aquitaine. 884 to 887. Yeah, Aquitaine. 884 to 887. Dies at 49 years old.
Well, he was fat and also gross, apparently.
Yeah. Well, and
grossly fat, morbidly
obese.
obese.
No, Charles III the Fat. Like
he was a ball. He was a sphere of a man.
Well, in 1049 we have Derek the Fourth.
Yes.
The IV is 4, right?
Yes.
Yes, I got it right this time. He was a Count of Holland, 1039 to 49. Dies in battle.
Ooh.
In 1658 we have Edward Sexby.
Ooh la la.
He was an English Puritan and soldier, born in 1616. 1832 we have Thomas Lord, English cricketer, founder of Lord's Cricket Ground, born in 1775.
1755.
1755. Thank you very much. All right. In 1853 we have Theophilos Karas. He was a Greek priest, humanist, and revolutionary. He was born in 1783. In 1864, we have Stephen Foster, who's an American composer. My Old Kentucky. He died at 37 years old in New York. In 1879, we have Henry the Navigator, Prince of the Netherlands, third son of the King William II of the Netherlands, dies at 58. In 1858, I should say. Well, he dies at 58 years old. I'm sorry. This is a sad one. In 1920, we have Wyatt Earp. He was American frontiersman. He was a U.S. Marshal. Participated in the great gunfight at the OK Corral. He died at 80 years old.
That's really old for someone of that time period. That's ancient.
Yeah, well, actually, if you look back in, like, the AD, remember that one guy told you how old he was? 70-some-odd years old, so it's not unheard of.
Yeah, but still,
I
mean... for a cowboy, I was over...
Well, he wasn't a cowboy. He was a...
Marshal.
U.S. Marshal.
Well...
He was, he's what you would call, part of the U.S. Marshals and Texas Rangers. But he was part of, I think, Oklahoma, I believe.
Well, I didn't mean cowboy. I meant like a rough and tumble frontiersman, the cowboy spirit.
Well, dude, you just toured that place a couple months ago.
Yeah, I was out in Tombstone.
You're at the OK Corral.
Yeah, I was
you
there.
Actually toured where the gunfight went.
Yeah.
It
was
dude,
surreal.
That's huge. Yeah, but he died today. From a year later, in 1930, we have Sebastian Ziani. He was an English electrical engineer and inventor. He died at 65 years old. We have a James Joyce. He was a novelist. Ulysses is the book he is most known for. He died in Zurich, Switzerland at 58. 1962, we have Ernie Kovacs. American comedian, the Ernie Kovac Show, died in a car crash at 42 years old. 1971, we have Bernard Heinz Lammerding. He was a German SS general contractor. He died at 65, but like he was one of the SSS officers, a high up one.
Yeah, so good thing that
But
he died.
he died.
Yep.
Also, we have Hubert, who died today in 19. Politician, 38th Vice President of the United States, and also this in 1968 presidential candidate. He dies of bladder cancer at 66 years old.
That sucks.
Yep. In 1989, we have Joe Spinell. He was an actor. He did the movies Maniacs, Force. He died at 51. 1995, we have Arnold Smith. He was a painter. Vigulus Prize, 1935. He died at 89. At 89 years old. Do you want to look up his artwork for a second?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing
Vigulus,
that.
Vigelious.
Vigulus.
No,
Prize.
I-U-S. I'm sorry. Vigelius. And then prize. Vigulus Prize.
I searched Vigulus Prize. Yeah. If you search art,
this is his artwork.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's not a bad, That's why I put him in. I thought it was worth. We also have in 2004. We're gonna jump ahead here. In 2004, we have Harold Shipman. He was a British general practitioner and prolific serial killer. Commits suicide at 57 years old.
Well, looks like he took himself out too.
Yeah, but he was apparently a prolific serial killer.
That was the doctor we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, in 2007, we have Doyle Holly, an American comedian and musician. He Buckaroos. He died at 70 years old. 2000. Yeah, not Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah. Sorry. But 2017, we have Anthony Armstrong Jones. He was Lord Snowdon, British photographer and ex-husband Princess Margaret. So that's Queen Elizabeth's sister. He died at 86 years old. In 2019, we have Mel Stottlemyre, American baseball pitcher and coach, a 5-time, Major League Baseball player, all-time star. He died of cancer at 77. And then we have in 2021, Joel. Well, it has the umlaut over, or the umlaut over the e. So know. Like 2 dots over the e.
Well, let me.
Joel Rubart.
Alexander said Joel Robert.
He was a Belgian motocross. Joel. Okay, Joel. He was a Belgian motocross racer. He was a World Sea Ships 250cc from 1964. 68, 72. He died apparently from COVID-19.
No, he did not.
At 77. That's the only reason I put it. I think he might have had underlying conditions because most people don't well, he could have, but I mean, I'm not saying people don't die from.
Dude, I heard a story, like, in this Discord server itself, like, there was somebody at one point who was a doctor, and he said that he had a patient come in once who had been hit by a truck. Unfortunately, he did pass, but then they marked it as COVID. It's like...
No, actually, there was a head of doctors for, like, people to talk to from Minnesota, and they told the doctor to mark every death during 2019 and
2020.
Death.
Ridiculous. But anyway, that's it for the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of passive events daily, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Who is Alice.
I am Lunk.
And of course we had Spike Verde, we had Two Poppy, we had I think Sun Moon Balance was here for a second, I don't know, and I know that Muffins was here for a moment. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until you see us tomorrow, toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles.